already know it's Thursday night. It's Thursday night. JR Box, Greg said, two of the best who can give you any kind of talk that you want to talk about on this platform. But tonight, we're going to talk about Shedeur Sanders. He will be playing in this Saturday game against the Los Angeles Rams per the head coach, Kevin Stafansky. And we're going to talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. Let me get ready to bring you guys up. But before I do that, what's up, chat? Y'all doing all right? We see y'all down there, and we appreciate each one of you. Yes, we do. Y'all the number one, you the best. And hey, wouldn't be a show without you. Just would. All right? Let's bring the guys up. We gonna get into it.
B Watts, what's happening, sir? What's happening?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? How y'all doing, man? How was y'all day?
They was blessed. Greg, what's happening with you, man? We can't hear you, Greg.
Ready, there? You got audio problems. All right, let's get into it while you get set. All right, we ain't gonna hold nobody long. We're not gonna hold you long. We're here for 55 minutes. We're gonna give you the best 55 minutes you ever want to get. Shedeur Sanders has been cleared by the head coach and the organization to play on this Saturday, JR Boxing. But before we go on, talk to me, chat. JR, let them know what you want to talk about. You got anything for them, something special?
I
You
got
don't
you. I got you. So to me, at this point in chat, B Watts, it seemed pretty obvious Shadeur gonna make the 53-man roster, right? So my question to you, B Watts in the chat, what's the over-under when Shadeur will actually have an opportunity to play in a regular season game for the Cleveland Browns this year? What's your over-under? Because mine, you don't want to know my number. I'm going to wait until we, get a little deep into it. But chat, let me know your number. Because I got a number in my mind, but I want to see what the chat going to talk about.
All right. You want to know what's the over and under how many games Shedeur will play this year? Yeah, I don't need to wait. I tell you, zero.
You say zero?
I said zero.
God, dog, what?
I don't think they're going to let us play these, dog. I just don't. Miss Kelly, read them out there. Read them out. They talking to you.
So we got 7. Ooh, that super. Let me start from the top.
I know good and doggone well. I ain't hear what I just heard.
That's a real question. Look, Super Unknown says seven games. Super Unknown 65 got 7 games. Shout out to Super Unknown. Look, Tommy, he got 3. Let me see. Carolyn Shepard, 3. So that's 2 for 3 right there. Bridget Maxey, shout out to Bridget Maxey, man. Shout out, man. She be holding it down too. Bridget Maxey got 6. Val Green at 4. Miss Bright got 4. We got a few 6 games in here. TC got 7. Nice girl 4. Look, hey, there go my girl CC. What's happening? What's happening? I love CC. She got 2. Dog. Hey, I got to put you in that same B Watts category. She talking about 2. B Watts talking about 0. Greg, what you want? How many you think, Greg?
I know we ain't having this conversation because I know when I was talking about this, I was negative. I said, watch out for these folks. How many? And now B Watts don't even want B Watts just knew he was gonna start. Now they're like, he gone. He ain't gonna play. What happened? Where I been? I've been on it. What's been going on?
What's going on?
We gambling on how many games he gonna play.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about Coach G.
Hey, that's where we at now, man.
0.
That's where we at right now. JR
and Isaac at 5. Oh, man, hey, it's a few. Hey, B Watts, see? You see, man? Hey, words is powerful. B Watts talking about 0. Now everybody putting 0. Come on, y'all. You ain't got to agree with B Watts. He be right sometimes. He ain't right that much, though. Come on, man.
Hey, okay. Hey, want to thank JR for starting the show off. We're going to start it off like that every Thursday when he's available. We appreciate him for that, getting the chat, because they are the number 1 chat on YouTube over here on Sports Talk with B Watts. All right? let's get into the thing. But JR, they said the head coach said he's gonna let Shedeur play this Saturday. How many quarters would you think he play? Will he play the whole quarter? It's been reported that Joe Flacco gonna play 2 series. That's about 10 or 12 plays, and then DG gonna go, and then Shedeur Sanders gonna go. What I want to know is how many quarters you think he's gonna play?
From the reports I'm seeing, I'm gonna go with first for the regular season. My magic number is 3. I think he's gonna get 3 games, and it's gonna be towards the end of the season. So that's my magic number. So I'm with a lot of y'all in the chat on 3 regular season games. He may get the opportunity to play. But for this preseason, we breaking it down to quarters. I'm gonna go with 1.25. They gonna look. Joe Flacco gonna be out of there probably by the end of the first quarter, 25 to 30 plays, just depending on how the drive go. But I'm gonna say at least by the end of the first quarter, Joe Flacco will be out of there. Then they gonna get Dylan Gabriel about 1.5 quarters, and then Shadeur get the other 1.25. So I'm gonna go with 1.25. He'll probably come in maybe middle of the third quarter, then finish out the game. That's what I'm going with. 1.25.
Have another quarterback out there.
Man, they don't care about Snoop, man.
Clearly,
they don't care about him, man.
No, he's not playing. They don't. No, he's not
care.
Playing.
The press they don't care about him, man.
The head coach already said he wasn't playing, so we ain't got to talk about him.
So I'm gonna go with 1.25.
Okay.
So he's gonna come in probably about 7 minutes, third quarter, finish out the fourth, finish out the game.
That sounds about right. What you think, Greg?
I give him a quarter. But you gonna
give him a whole quarter?
Yeah, might not even get a whole quarter. I don't know. I don't know what to think, really. I mean, but it don't matter how much he play. If he go in there and throw 2-3 touchdowns, and the time as he go in there and show out, then they're gonna say it was the third string. But you got both of them against the third string, right? They both gonna be against.
No, he's running with what's guy running with some of the first and the second. Shedeur gonna be running with third.
But who's gonna be playing in the game? Gonna be the people they trying to figure out who they gonna cut by the time they get in the game.
No, he don't know. You ain't listen. He said the first string and Joe Flacco gonna play the first 20 plays.
25 to 30.
Yeah, 25 to 30 plays. Then DG will go in with the second team and play. Then Shedeur gonna play with the third team.
I understand. That's who they're playing against is going to be the people who they're figuring out who are going to be cut. So they're not going to be going against starters, neither one of them. So they're not going to be able to use that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he played this level of talent. They both going to be playing. Matter of fact, Shedeur will be playing probably with less talent than Gabriel will. So it's going to be the first time they on the field at the same time, again, with unequal talent. And if Shedeur outperform him in this situation with the third string, what can you say?
What can you say? You know what they're gonna say, Greg.
You know what they're gonna say.
You just said it. Literally, Greg said it, just said it.
Yeah, but both of them gonna be going against the backups at the end of the day. By the time Dylan get in, I'm sure the other team gonna be able to take their starters out.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's even if they starters play,
if they starters play at all. Right. So they pretty much gonna be playing against the same level of talent. They just gonna have a different level of tools.
Right. I agree with you on that. And when you look at Pickett situation, the head coach said at the press conference that he won't be playing. They're gonna hold him out. He didn't participate in 11 drills, but he participated in 7 drills. I done came to the conclusion that this is how I stand when it comes to Kenneth Pickett. When they signed Kenneth Pickett, JR, you told me, and I did the research, and you was right, that they refused to give Kenneth Pickett that 5th-year option. Kenneth Pickett is holding out because they wanted him to start and he wanted a contract. That's all what it is. Ain't nothing wrong with it. He been playing until he got to that 11-11. I'm telling him and his team, they holding out because he wanted that contract. Remember, they trade a 5th-round draft pick for Kenneth Pickett, and they waited to April to get Joe Flacco, a whole month to sign Joe Flacco. If they really wanted Joe Flacco, they would have went on with the guy. Now that Kenny Pickett is putting the ball back in their court, him and his team, he holding out. He won't be released to go get him another thing, so he get him a contract. That's what it is.
That's the best thing he can do.
That's my conclusion. He's not going to go out there and risk an injury in the preseason without that other contract. He just ain't. His career will probably be over. That's a smart move. To me, what you think about JR? Get a picking situation. But he's still on depth chart.
Yeah, look. I'm a little bit with it at the same way. Look, the unfortunate thing for Kenny Pickett, that contract that he signed 5 years ago when he came to the NFL, it's gonna stick with him throughout this year. So no team will be foolish enough to sign Kenny Pickett to any new money because he ain't proved nothing. If you look at his stats, his stats not very good.
It's been reported that people are reaching out for him on the team.
Yeah, I mean, probably in a for sure in a backup role. Look, if Kenny Pickett got any dreams or aspirations of starting in the NFL, he can forget about those. That's few and far in between for him. But in a backup role, I could definitely see some teams reaching out for a quality backup. Look, he held that clipboard real nice with Philadelphia last year. Jalen Hurts hurt his shoulder at some point, and he came in and he spelled Jalen Hurts, a little bit. So I'm with you, B-Watch. Look, I'm holding out. What's the risk of me going out there further injuring myself? Because my value is at least medium. It may not be high, but it's at least medium.
Right.
So, yeah.
They holding out, man. But that's just my take on it. Because he ain't tried. He ain't tried. Every time they ask the coach, they say, well, he ain't got no answer.
What you think on it, Greg? Because I know Greg like Kenny Pickett. Greg said he like Kenny Pickett like he like Lamar Jackson. I remember you saying that, Greg. I ain't trying to start nothing. But did you say that?
How you spell his name?
He's Lamar Jackson.
Hey, all them interceptions, he done throw.
I like him if we were playing against him. I love him. Pickett. You just think about that name, Pickett. Go ahead, Pickett. You can't do great with a name like that, not at quarterback. But my thing is this. I like Bernard Watts, the conspiracy theorist. I like that new side of him. It's always been in him. He just coming out of him. This man say he holding out because he can't. That sound good. It sounds good.
It is. That's what it is.
But at the end of the day,
look how he running.
But I mean, how can he afford to do it? What he know? How can he afford to do that? He must know he gonna make the team.
He know other teams don't contact his other people, his representatives.
So he said, "Cut me! I dare you to cut me! Please cut me!"
That's exactly what they do. That's exactly what he doing.
But
he said, "Get me out of there."
But that's the case. That's the case. They say Gabriel been called too, and they holding him hostage. They holding everybody hostage. I guess they holding Shedeur hostage. Okay, but is they really holding Shedeur hostage?
No, they don't want him in the league.
No. Who don't want him in the league?
They don't want him in the league.
Okay. They're coming around. Look at you.
See, B-Watch been talking to Eric Dickinson earlier. Eric Dickinson from Georgia or something like that.
I've been missing.
B-Watch been talking to Eric Dickinson.
They showing us. Outperform them, Greg. Hold on. I tried to get you to go. You didn't want to go. JR Pass, you keep hesitating. I don't know this. I don't know that.
I'm trying to get to the core of the matter.
I'm going to get to it. Listen. Ever since Shedeur has been in Cleveland, JR, Chat, Greg said, he outperformed each one of those quarterbacks, Greg. So, if he outperforming, why are they not looking at the other teams who have done it before when they heel-strain quarterbacks have outperformed everybody else? So it got to be that the NFL just got a hope. JR told me
Oh,
They
JR.
still mad at Coach Prime for saying the things that he said and Shedeur doing the thing that he's doing. And I'm to that point now.
Hey,
Y'all said it.
okay,
It's a conspiracy theory on the Sanders name. They brand. It's the Sanders brand bigger than the NFL brand. Or they coming up if we keep putting them in the spotlight. That brand, he got the #1 selling jersey.
Ooh, that boy been drinking that juice.
He's selling out arenas in a preseason game. Jerry Jones made the call and said, hey, don't do that part like that.
He's finally coming along. I love CC.
Hey.
I said this back in what, April?
Hold on, time out. JR, didn't I give Greg credit? You and JR?
No, man, you didn't want to be.
Between you and Greg. You and Greg.
I did not tell you that y'all was right. And you said, what? Y'all CBY heard that? I didn't say that. I gave y'all credit.
He said it Tuesday, Greg, but Greg wasn't on the show, so now you got to say it now.
I said, when they didn't name Shedeur the starting quarterback and they named Joe Flacco, this is what I said. I said, Miss Phillips, JR, Greg said it, Coach Drake told me. Shedeur wasn't going to start, and they still got his name. They ain't gonna let him hit that field. That's why I say he's gonna play 0 games this year. It's still on him, bro.
Because who did it?
This Saturday gonna be his last game.
Who did it? Who doing it to him?
The gangsters. You said it was a crime. It's a mob. They run the mob.
The NFL. Now you know why he ain't in Saints. The Saints got all these scrubs.
They told him not to.
Nobody touched him but Cleveland.
They couldn't touch him.
Because they said Cleveland gonna get him. And you know why they let Cleveland get him? You know why they let Cleveland get him? You forgot that part, right?
No, I'm gonna tell you.
Why they let Cleveland get him?
Eric Dickerson said somebody called the owner, and we already know who it was. It was Jerry Jones. Said, don't do that, boy, like that.
Go back to the interview that Prime did right during the time before the bowl.
I told him that. He said he didn't want his son playing in no cold weather.
He was talking about Cleveland.
They asked him Cleveland. He said, Then another candidate said Cleveland. He said, we hope in New York. He came out and said that 3 times on the podcast.
But he was talking about when he was describing to all the other teams.
I told him that. You said that. And it's true.
So now, I'm just saying, people trying to figure out why is Cleveland playing with him? Why he can't go somewhere else? Everybody else like,
hey, and another thing, I was listening at a podcast of Joe Budden. Boy, this former rapper, boy, he went in on, boy. I did a show on him. He said, who in the world want to go up to that nasty, messy place? Boy, he was just going off, boy. And the owner talking about he didn't want to do it. Joe Budden said, hey, that's a good thing you did because you don't miss on photo.
But that was the reputation. His dad didn't want him to go there because they a quarterback killer and it's a losing program. So his dad didn't want him to go to that.
Boy, that man, boy, it finally came out today. It hit home today. I was looking at this time saying, I'll tell my old lady, I said, hey, Shedeur outperform all these guys. This dude, Kenny Pickett, ain't played in no preseason game. She don't have a fact thing. She'll see the ticket. And she mine. And she told me the same thing y'all say. It's good. They doing because they ran their mouth doing that draft. And when the reports came out, y'all just didn't want to believe it.
They all got in on it. They
got all in. They upset at Coach Prime and Shedeur. This dude went and said Shedeur went in there and interviewed them instead of letting them interview him. I said, what? It's a dude that is a part of an organization told me that.
And what Shedeur said? What he made that comment? We say
he made that comment. He said it's not like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I ain't talking negative about it. I'm saying, God, Now, when they came and told me that over there on weekend, but y'all already had said that. I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it, man. I said, why would 32 owners get together and 6 of them, well, 7 of them need a quarterback, and then Gray said, no, just 6 of them, because that first going to Cam Ward, so you got to take it off. Then I said, 6 of them need a quarterback. It don't take but 6 to get on the call. We talking, like my friend, she said, we talking about 32 people. We ain't talking about 32,000. 32 is easy to get
It's more than 6, though. Because this is what happened.
No, they're the only one need quarterback, Greg.
No, everybody. Did the Colts not need a quarterback?
They were one of the 6.
Okay, so you had the Saints.
Yep.
You had the Raiders.
Yep.
You had New York.
Yep.
Giants and New York Jets.
Jets already had made a trade and got what you call.
Yeah. But that was right at the end. Then you had Cleveland.
Yep.
Okay.
And New Orleans. That's it.
The Steelers. So we already passed 6.
Okay, Ryan Clark said that. You want me to play the video?
Hold on. Steelers, Giants.
Ryan Clark said they weren't going to get to do a no matter if he was there in the 7th round. I got the video.
They said
he told
he didn't supposed to get drafted, right?
He said they wasn't. Mike Tomlin wasn't going to touch him.
They weren't going to draft him.
So they told him not to touch him.
Right.
Look, I got the video. They sent me the video today.
The people who was allowed to touch him was the team that touched him.
Please.
Yeah.
And they hazing the mess out of him.
Eric Dickerson said somebody close to the situation told him that they called the owner, and he said he wasn't gonna call those names. We already know it was Jerry Jones. Don't do DR something like that. Go ahead and pick it. He said, and they picked it.
Well, why he ain't pick it?
Look.
Why he ain't pick it?
Why who didn't pick it?
Jerry Jones.
He had a quarterback.
Cleveland had 3-4 quarterbacks.
They ain't had no starting quarterback.
They ain't got no starter. They ain't got a starter though.
They clearly do. They telling you they got 2 starters.
Man, he just paid Dak Prescott $50 million. Man, he wasn't gonna pay. He just paid $50 million a year, bro.
Hey man, they just said that those 2 was the starting quarterbacks the whole summer, and Pickett got hurt. They said between him and Flacco. We've been talking about this. So it ain't those boys was already on the roster before they picked him in good. So you can't say Cleveland didn't have no quarterback because they did.
They were there for 1 year. Bro, all them quarterbacks for 1 year. That Prescott signed a 5-year contract.
They got more quarterbacks than New Orleans had.
They talk about picking another one up. Who? They think about. I heard a report today. They think about trading for Anthony Richardson for the Indianapolis Colts.
For who?
Yeah. The Saints looking for an experience.
No, the Cleveland.
No,
I can show. Hey, I can show it to you.
Now you showing out. Now you showing out.
Okay. I can show it. I tell you what, pay attention in the morning. Yeah.
I'll be looking at the show in the morning. But to me, that's just chalkboard fodder. They ain't looking to get no Anthony Richardson, man. Cleveland ain't looking to get no Anthony.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is this. It was more than 6 teams that needed a quarterback because we already seeing teams already like, whoa, we need a quarterback. They said Shedeur should go there. And they weren't on that original list. So that showed they was thin at quarterback. Now, Cleveland had already had 2 quarterbacks they just bought in. Watson, okay, he may not come back, but they also had they drafted another quarterback before him. They got a deeper room than anybody else that could have drafted him, but they drafted him. It's ironic that the place that they want to make a point of stacked their room with quarterbacks so he couldn't get to the top. It was designed against him because they didn't have to take Gabriel. And even if they didn't take Gabriel, he still would have been in the same situation.
So from what I'm going with, because like I said, my theory, the way I thought about it, has always been, especially after I heard the owner come out and say, well, Shedeur wasn't my pick. It was Barry. But before he said that, he said, you asked me the question Friday, will we pick Shedeur on Saturday? It's a no. But I talked to the team. I had a conversation with the right people on Friday, and later on that Saturday, and then we made the pick. So when I think about that conversation, people that had to be in that conversation, obviously, Andrew Berry, because he had to trade 2 picks to move up to get Shedeur in the 5th round. The owner, Kevin Stafansky. Me personally, I think Coach Prime was on that call to say, hey, man, don't do my baby like that. And now B. Watts add another leg to it. Jerry Jones could have been on the call. So you could interchange Coach Prime or Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones could have took him and he still would have been. How's Jerry Jones? That don't even make no sense because Jerry Jones could have took him if it wasn't part of the plan because he gonna be a backup. He would have been further up the doggone list with Jerry Jones than he is on the 4th string at Cleveland. So how is it better for him to be 4th string at Cleveland than 2nd string with Jerry Jones?
You just told me, Greg,
I don't think that's a good
it
look,
was planned for him to go to Cleveland.
Right. So it ain't no Jerry Jones.
So why Jerry Jones won't get him? And they don't agree on the Cleveland to get him.
Right. So Jerry Jones always in on Cleveland. You don't know Jerry Jones making a call because if Jerry Jones was caring like that for that boy, Jerry Jones would have took him.
I'm just giving you the report. The report was that it was one person that called him and told the owner not to do him like that. I ain't said no 12 people called. It was one person called.
It was 32 called because Jerry Jones, if Jerry Jones gonna tell the dude to get him, he could have got him.
Nah, Jerry Jones wasn't gonna get him though. Look, $60 million.
If he was so worried about somebody doing him like that, he would have handled it. But that wasn't
Jerry Jones brought somebody in that ain't no threat to Dak Prescott. I mean, you got to do that for Dak Prescott's psyche. Like, you don't want to bring in somebody where you got a huge fan base and they waiting on every interception Dak Prescott throw to be like, well, you got 12, put him in, or 2, whatever his number would have been for Shedeur. So I don't think Jerry would have brought him in.
They've been on his back for the longest. They do that to him anyway.
Yeah, but if he do it this year, they ain't gonna be calling for Joe Milton. He ain't accurate. He got a big arm, but he can't hit a 5-yard swing pass. He can throw the ball 100 yards, can't hit the 5-yard out. So they ain't worried about that this year.
If that get hurt, I don't know why you wouldn't want a solid backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just we having this crazy conversation.
Here you go. B Watch, you done got Greg riled up. I blame B Watch, y'all. B Watch got Greg riled up. B Watch.
Let me ask you this.
No, it's on you. Yeah.
So is the NFL about winning?
No.
What is the NFL really about?
Money. The NFL, money. Yeah, about money.
If it's about money, then how do we explain why Shedeur is not the number one player in Cleveland? If it was about money, then don't you think they would be like put Shedeur in situations where he would be the face of the team?
It's still about the politics of it, though.
So is it politics, money, some conspiracy weird stuff? Like what? You know, your boy about to put out a movie. We're gonna have to talk about that. Your boy Peele, Jordan Peele with Marlon Wayans in it, talking about NFL with that little kooky get out type stuff with it. Like what is he gonna be dropping? Because it's like, what are we really dealing with at the end of the day?
I mean, if you were to put it on the pie chart, I couldn't just say 100% about money. But obviously, revenue drives a big deal for the NFL because it's a business model, so they're looking to make money. But if I were to split the pie chart up, I mean, you're going to have revenue, you're going to have politics, and then other. Whatever you classify the other in, but you got to split it up in the pie chart. That's the way I look at it. But revenue is probably a bigger share of the pie chart.
Hey, it's about that money and entertainment, bro. They need a storyline to them off of.
So if Shedeur brings you both of those things, why isn't he the face of your organization?
Because we talking about it now.
Yeah, we talking about it, but at the end of the day,
part right there. We talking about the round now.
Okay, that's very diabolical because it's like that's the all publicity is good publicity thing. But at the same time, it's you playing with dynamite because how many of us gonna watch them fools if he don't play? How is that?
They don't care.
They don't care, man.
They don't care.
Again, so then it ain't the money because they willing to give away the money. Because they put that boy on the field, they gonna make way more money with him on the field than him off the field.
Nah, the money already made, man. Look,
ESPN, take care of that super chat, JR. Anytime you see a super chat, take care.
ESPN had already made the money. Hey, shout out to Lawrence RBE for the $5 holler. He said 12 said he will just focus on his craft, which gave cover to Coach Bozo. I'm thinking that's Kevin Stefanski. I won't be watching anything NFL until 12 starts. Let's go Buffs. Nah, I still got to watch my Texans, dog. Hey, Lawrence, I'm with you on half of it, dog. I still got to watch my Texans, though. Look, Cleveland beat Watt's team. And I want to say, Greg said he a Cleveland Brown fan, too.
Come on, JR.
I'm still a Texan fan, man.
Yeah, super
I
chat.
don't even got no Browns colors, man. I can't even match with that.
That's
Look like
$500.
I don't even like Halloween.
Hey, shout out to Steven for the 500. That's from overseas, though. 500.
That's some Bitcoin or something, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to just go with 500P. 500P. 75% of the revenue, 20% politics, 5% good old boy. Hey, I like that pie choice, Steven. Shout out to Steven for the 500P.
You don't even know what it equates to in dollars.
I don't know. I mean, I had to do my calculation on that, man. It just said
It might be
$500
in American dollar, but
Yeah.
I don't know what
but
it
I
is.
But I agree with that. Shout out to Steven, man. I like that pie chart breakdown. See, me and Steven think alike. Wherever he from, we think alike, dog.
So what was that number again? 75%.
75% revenue, 20% politics, 5% good old boys falling that other.
So he only wants
like
20%. He only wants 20% politics. Because sound like to me, you had way more than 20% politics going on.
Nah, look, I said revenue is a big part of the pie. That's what I said. I said revenue, big part of the pie.
Well, if that's the case, then big part of the pie should be Shedeur Sanders. They should have been pulling his limbs. One should have been grabbing his leg, the other one should have been grabbing his arm. They should have been fighting. They should have been bidding over Shedeur, not giving him to Cleveland. If it's about revenue, everybody should have been trying to make him their quarterback. Because he gonna bring any way he go revenue, especially if he had played in the NFC South. If he had went to doggone New Orleans, that ain't nothing but revenue.
I don't know, man.
Am I wrong, B.Y.? It's like you do.
I don't know, man.
How much revenue was Shedeur brought down to the big end, down on Bourbon Street? Playing the Falcons twice a year.
Yeah,
playing
you're right.
Twice a year. Playing Jimmy Horn twice a year.
Yeah.
Man, that ain't nothing but revenue.
That's all it is.
So if it's 75% revenue, how did they be like? How did they do that?
I mean, at the end of the day,
on revenue.
If the owner of the Saints didn't want him, the owner of the Saints didn't want him.
He didn't want revenue. That's what I know. We need to figure out what. See, we thought it was revenue till you see that. He ain't nothing but revenue. I mean, he eat chicken on commercials. He got the Nike. He doing that. I mean, he got Delta flights. I mean, he ain't nothing but a revenue machine. He is the perfect in his daddy. He got shoes, all the colors. Eric's true team he go with, he got a different color. He ain't nothing but revenue. He got the kids love him. Everybody love him. And the whole NFL turned their back on nothing but revenue.
Look,
so
man,
I question that. Is they about revenue?
Come out, JR.
It's fishy to me, but the NFL print money, man. Let's see. Lawrence RB again with the $4, the $5 holler. He say, typo, I meant anything Cleveland. I feel you, dog. Let's go Carolina. Let's go Jacksonville. Ravens and Cardinals. Hey, shout out to them former Bucks, man. Hold it down. Lawrence RB for the $5 holler, man. I feel you on that, dog. I feel you.
Hey, let me ask y'all this. All right. After the game on Saturday, you think the depth chart would change if Shedeur have a good game better than Flacco and Dylan Gabriel? What would it take for Shedeur to be the backup quarterback? At least get the number 2.
So, do we believe all we just said? We gonna act like we ain't said.
That's a good question, Greg.
Playing.
I believe it, but B-Wise, to answer your question, like I said a while back, I don't think it's gonna change nothing. I don't think it's gonna change nothing. I
Because
mean, only way it's gonna change, and I mean the only way. I mean, Dylan Gabriel gonna have to go out there and for real, stink up the joint. I'm talking about stink up the joint. Throw 2 pick sixes, and Kevin Stefanski ain't gonna be able to say, "Well, you know, the receiver was in the wrong spot." Da 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 da. The supercomputer just couldn't process it That's the only way. Because if it's close, they still gonna give it to Gabriel. Unfortunately, y'all.
but how won't it be close?
Because of the stuff you said earlier.
I'm saying it won't be close. I mean, it's gonna be close. Even if Gabriel throw 5 interceptions, it's gonna be close.
Let me ask y'all this.
I mean, he fumbled the ball and everybody like it was the other person's fault. He threw an interception, the other guy ran the wrong route. Everything he do is an excuse. So he can have the worst day ever. It's gonna be close.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. How many games they gonna give Flacco?
To get it right? To win?
I mean, how many games they gonna give Flacco before the others, whoever quarterback 2 gonna come in?
6 games.
What the record got to be?
Before Flacco get benched, 2-4.
Yeah.
If I'm going with 6 games, 2-4.
6 games, 2-4.
Yep, 2-4. They put him on the bench, and they're gonna bring in either Kenny Pickett or Dylan Gabriel at that time.
And then they're gonna be another 2-4.
Yeah.
If 1 and 5.
So that's how many games I've been playing right now. What, 11?
Yeah. Well, if you go 6 for Joe Flacco, and let's say you go, the leash gonna be even shorter for the next person. So let's say the next person, Kenny Pickett. I'm gonna say he gonna get 4 games to try to figure it out. So they'll be at 10. You got 7 games left. Dylan Gabriel, another short leash, because now they're trying to figure out what they need to do with them first round picks next year. What we got in these young guys. Is Dylan Gabriel gonna be able to nickel and dime us down the field and get us a win or 2? Or are we gonna give Shedeur? That's why I say them last 3 games gonna be important for Shedeur. They're gonna put Shedeur in from game 14 to game 17 to try to see, like, all right, do we got something in Shedeur? Or do we need to pick another quarterback?
Why would you try to see the last 3 games when you already on loss? If they ain't already planning on picking the another scrub out next year, the 10th quarterback, then I'm sure they'll be thinking about that well before Shedeur get in. Ain't nothing he can prove in the last 3 games that he ain't already proved.
Right.
I mean, they can look at the reevaluation process.
If
like,
they were looking at that, they'd be looking at it now. They want to see what Shedeur is about. Why would they need to wait to the last 3 games when he's showing them what he can do now? They said we don't want talking. They watch him practice every day. We don't want watching clips. They watch him in the raw dirty.
Don't let the super chat go away.
Yeah, that ain't how the NFL go, Greg.
Hey, shout
out to Janet for the $5 holler. God is still in control and 12 will prevail. Look, I believe it too. God is over all of us. You know, especially if you're a believer in Christ. He over all of us. Man, but God, the devil be working overtime too. Man. So you know, Shedeur, he got to work through it, man. And the way the NFL work, that's what they typically do. It be about them last 4 games. They'll put in the guy, and they evaluating that guy with other people on the team as well to see, all right, should we go get another quarterback? What should we do?
But they already saying they get another quarterback.
Who said that?
We
they already saying they got
Cleveland
2 first-round draft picks next year, and one of them gonna be a quarterback. They've been saying that.
Yeah. We saying it.
We saying it. Stefansky ain't said it yet.
Right.
Man, they been saying that before Shedeur even got there. That we ain't saying all the other Cleveland shows. They know more about Cleveland than we do.
No,
we just learn about Cleveland. All the other Cleveland shows talk about how they playing.
Yeah, the Cleveland shows that, but the head coach and people on the inside of the building haven't said that.
They the ones saying it.
They speculate.
That's where they get it from. They ain't get it from us.
Yeah, they speculate. I ain't gonna lie to them like that.
Look here, man.
I ain't gonna say it.
The narrative have been the whole summer that they don't really want none of these boys because they planning on getting a quarterback with one of them first round picks next year. And they've been saying that all the Cleveland shows said that's dumb because why did you go get 2 quarterbacks this year if you knew you already was gonna get a quarterback next year?
That's what makes me think they ain't gonna get no quarterback. Unless they get
why wouldn't they?
only way they get a quarterback next year, a lot of things got to happen. Shedeur got to play bad. Dylan Gabriel got to play bad, and they got to find a way for somebody to take Deshaun Watson contract because that's still $40 million guaranteed money in that room. Nobody taking him if he ain't healthy. So who you gonna get to trade for that?
What I'm saying is Shedeur. It don't matter what Shedeur saying. It don't matter what Shedeur doing, because it was based off of that, they already know they got their quarterback. So we ain't gonna go off of what Shedeur gonna do, because he only gonna do what he been doing. So if that's what they want to see, that's what they see. If they don't want to see it, they ain't gonna see it. Now Gabriel, they can't be that dumb. Gabriel, they can't. Gabriel, he gonna do what he been doing the whole count. The whole count. He been really high flashes and really low, and he's a baby version of Flacco. Far as how Flacco played now, Flacco maybe was different early in his career, but they do really good, they do really bad in the same game. That's what they've been doing. So it's not like they don't know what these guys are capable of. They already know.
Real game. They haven't played in a real game.
Yeah, they got to see a live action though, man. Right. And look, Kevin Stefanski, he coaching for his job. So to me,
that's why he going with Flacco.
Yeah, I think Kevin Stefanski may not even be there middle of the season. Let them go 2-4. Yeah, let them go 2-4, and then turn around and you put Kenny Pickett or Dylan Gabriel in, and they go 1-3 apiece.
But is that not the hand?
Out of there.
Is that not the hand he was given? Who gave him that hand? Cleveland, the owner in the NFL gave him that hand. If what we said is true, if they're doing this to Shedeur, that means not only did the other coaches that didn't pick him had to be in it, that means that his own coaching staff have to be in on it. So that means that even if they want him to play, they got to be in on it. So if he get cut at the end of the day, if he get fired, he only his hands tied. His hands
ain't tied, man.
His hands is tied.
Dylan Gabriel was Dylan Gabriel was Kevin Stefanski pick, man.
But I'm saying if the whole y'all gotta stick with the story. Y'all playing the bipolar game. It's the game of I believe the conspiracy, but I don't believe the conspiracy at the same time. So if the conspiracy is the NFL is doing this to Shedeur, for whatever reason, that means that the coaching staff is aware of it too. That means that even if they want to play him, which I doubt, they ain't gonna play him. So if they have a losing season, that's by their own choice because he is not an option.
To me, okay, let me actually check.
They give him first-team reps.
Hold on. Time out. Help me out, chat. I love CC the game. Everybody in the game. This shit got my head hurt. Hey, Reverend Nelson, y'all help me out, man. Greg done ran my blood pressure up tonight. Hey, Reverend Nelson, y'all help me out, man. Look here. What do we really want to know? Let the chat. Ask the chat. Greg, ask the chat a question. Don't ask me, JR.
They right there.
This shit now. Hey, she got my head, man.
Before I say his blood pressure up, it's high.
I love PC. Don't be laughing. Greg done ran my damn blood pressure up, man. I was having a good show. I had the damn show line. I ain't got not one damn question. Only question they asked was JR would ask the chat. Greg, check this out, Greg. But Greg, you were right. You can't switch it up. Either it's gonna be conspiracy or they in on it. That's why they put his ass down. That's why they put his ass down there on that end of that field by himself. Because they know. Ain't no need to bring a shooter up here on this field. We know we can't play him. He was on the field by himself.
On the field by himself, throwing to the trash.
So why we gonna bring him around with the ones and the two when we see Greg? I'm saying, where they gonna run with the ones? Be what? Yeah, he ain't ran with the ones yet. They listen at this shit. Hey, Jerry. They killing us. Let him stay down now.
Oh boy.
He died up by himself. So they gotta know.
And they picking on him. All the little media up there, Mary Kay.
Ask him crazy question. What you think about Dylan Gabriel? What he said about you? Huh?
Hey, I like how he handled it though. He said, "Man, I think
he out now. He out that thing. Yeah. I said, man.
They poking the bear, man. They poking the bear. You know.
Hey, y'all, I gotta get off this subject, man. I'm sorry. I gotta move on. We got 10 minutes. Red, you made a good point now. Don't get me wrong. We can't have it both ways. Is it collusion or do they want to see what he got? Look like they don't want to see what he got. That's the route they don't chose. They hand tied. Until they show me otherwise. Because so far, one of y'all said it. It might have been Greg. Damn, I hate to say that. I'm going to say JR keep saying Greg then. They put that ESPN tracker out to show us Shedeur wasn't that good. But when it came out, he outperformed all of them.
Yeah.
And it backfired on him. I hate to say it with Greg, but I'm gonna say it with you, JR. I ain't gonna say it with Greg. But anyway, yeah.
Shout out to Greg, man. Greg.
No, bro, you can't say that, bro. You can't say that, man.
Hey, what they did show was that he wasn't getting a lot of reps.
That showed us that too.
He was getting like 5 reps, and they were getting like 14.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. We got to move on to Colorado. I'm sorry. We got 10 minutes. I'm gonna let y'all go. I said I won't hold y'all, but all right. Coach Prime and the Colorado football team, right? Coach Prime is going viral again. He going viral. Why you say that, B. Watts? Coach Prime stood up in the meeting. I don't want to see nobody online with no flip flaps on, with no damn jogging suits on. I don't want to see the jersey what you wearing tomorrow to let everybody know you play football. I don't want to see you in the back of the room. To me, he said that last year. I think that was a good message. But why former players are saying Coach Prime is too strict and too hard on these guys in the football team? When you want somebody to tell, hell, the parents should want that. Shouldn't y'all think that?
Look, man, it's a different of opinion, man. When you working with young men between the ages of, as young as 17, right, to 24, some of them could be reaching 24 in these days of the COVID stuff. So from 17 to 24, that's a big deal. But to me, I think Coach Prime doing the right thing. Look, man, show up to the meetings on time, show up to where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there, dressed appropriate. He getting you ready for life outside of football. Look, unless you the boss or something and you can roll into something how you want to be dressed, 9 times out of 10, you're going to show up appropriately dressed for whatever the function is. Unless you the boss. If you the boss, you can do whatever you want because you the boss. But if you ain't the boss, you probably going to wear appropriate attire for the appropriate occasion. And to me, that's what Coach Prime just kind of hammered home. Hey, be appropriate in the appropriate area. That's it. So I don't see how a player could take that. But, being young, it's like, no, man, or being from another school. Well, man, they ain't tripped at another school, but you ain't at another school. You're under Coach Prime tutelage. So it pays dividends for you to, sit there and do things now. Like how you talked about how you wear the uniform. The NFL just fine you. They just take it out your check. You $1,500 short in your check, and you don't know why, because your shirt was untucked, but you wanted to be fly coming out. And that's $1,500.
Well, why are grown men upset about it though?
Greg?
Well, I'm gonna people upset because they got something to say about the man, everything he do. Remind me of somebody. But at the end of the day, this is the slapper, the kicker. The kicker is this. Everything that he represent, that he been pushing on these players, ain't that what the NFL used against Shedeur and said he wasn't? Did they say he came in there with headphones on, not prepared, not knowledgeable? Everything that his daddy been preaching for years since. That's the funny part about it. That's like the devil. The devil, that's how you know you're dealing with the devil. He gonna
Working
accuse you
overtime.
of the exact thing that he doing, because at the end of the day, that's an attack on your character. We got Coach Prime been hard on him. He had the highest GPA in Colorado history. It's the academic schools. You would think all your athletes supposed to be smart. With all the so-called dumb players he brought in, he changed the GPA and all that to get these boys in, and still outdid y'all GPA for the athletes because of what he does. Yet you're gonna accuse his son of going into a meeting unprepared with his hoodie on and headphones on and talking disrespectful. Everything that you see Coach Prime get on these players about. So what are you saying? You saying either he didn't hold his son accountable to that, or that he wasn't teaching that? Because this has been his standard since Jackson State. From what I remember, I've been watching it since Jackson State.
Right.
So it's like pick which one. Pick which one. And see, that's why your head hurt, B. Watts, because you're dealing with some imps around here. Because the reality is this. We know the truth, but we want to believe a lie. Oh, don't have me preach.
Right.
We want to believe a lie, but we know the truth. And that's what causes insanity, right? Insanity is just that.
Yeah.
Doing something over and over again, expecting a different result. We know what we're dealing with. We know what kind of cons and schemes and deception we're dealing with, because we've been following Coach Prime for years. We know his strengths and his weaknesses. And we know the kids' strengths and weaknesses. And we know a lot when we hear it, because we know the character of these guys, because we have the ability to see it because of the well-off and the fact that we pay attention to it. So that's why most of these, they get mad. They call it the Colorado people. We weren't called Colorado people. Colorado people didn't even like us when we got to Colorado. It took them a while. Then we got to Colorado. They came aboard. Now we taking Colorado people with us. Now they calling us all Colorado people. But really, we just all the people who supported these boys over the years, who got to know them, and we don't let these people lie on them. So the question is, how do we protect people like Coach Prime and Shedeur? You protect them by what we're doing. We expose the truth. We put the light on it.
Right.
That's the only thing that can protect Shedeur from the NFL. It can protect Coach Prime. Has been protecting Coach Prime. Yeah, they got them cameras. That's smart, because we know the truth. We know the truth about Travis Hunter. We know the truth about Shedeur, Jimmy. We ain't got to hear it, because we got a good idea from just watching them day in and day out for years.
Right.
So it takes us. I said this when it was at Colorado last season. I said when the referees were cheating, what I said, we're going to have to expose these referees. Y'all remember that? I said that's the only way we can kind of calm this thing down. We can't just keep letting them cheat. And then we fight each other and blame each other. Call that mess out. Same thing with Coach Prime. It was Shedeur. Y'all see him out there dogging him out? Get on them shows, in them comments, where they behind out. So they don't think they're just going to be abusing them because they ain't got no support.
Right.
We got documentation.
Yeah.
Speak on it. That Greg said it, man. Speak on it. I feel all that.
Come home. About time. Roger come home. Where you at, Roger? Where you at, Roger? Roger,
I
come on.
I don't like the losing.
Let me look at this. I'm going to run out of time. I'll let y'all want to keep going. Yeah, you want to ride out or you want to stop? So, okay, then. Here we go. Colorado football team, right? We're getting ready for Georgia Tech, right? Man, when I look at the linebacker room, I'm good with the linebacker room, but still, they got this big old quarterback. I saw French today on Well Off. Man, he looked like the size of a defensive back instead of a linebacker. I said, yo.
He did small.
I knew you were going to say that.
Man,
he done lost weight. Man, I'm going somewhere. When I look at Jordan Seaton, I looked at him. He got to fighting today, but I think with, I want to say Sam. And then when Coach Prime was walking with him, I said, damn, Jordan Seaton looked little. He was big, man. Is that going to help or hurt Colorado against Georgia Tech? Georgia Tech big and physical.
They got
French. Listen. Stoudemire is bigger than French.
I told you he was a linebacker.
I ain't said that part now.
I did.
I said he's size. I'm talking about size. French is small, bro.
My cousin played linebacker at Georgia Tech for years. Him and Stoudemire the same size.
Man. So
well,
when y'all, man,
we can't look.
have
We
you
can't
seen
say
Stevie?
we can't say body by Swayze and then say the boy looks small. Look through
That
camp.
thing looking small. Man, listen, when Bucket film is different. Bucket was up on him and zoomed in up on him. I said, damn, Clint about the size of Branch.
I mean, look, he a rangy guy, but I think French like 6'3". So he's a bigger line, if I'm not mistaken. So he a lean guy. Again, BYU had a linebacker that was like 6'4" last year and looked like he weighed 155 pounds, but he was flying around the field making tackles in that bowl game. So as long as he can get to where he needs to get to and bring somebody down, that's all that matters. Now in the NFL, yeah, I'll be like, nah, they probably gonna target him. But in college, you can get away with that a little bit. And then for Georgia Tech, I mean, look, Georgia Tech has a big offensive line, but you see what CU focused on early in that portal. They focused on defensive line. They wanted to beef up their rotation. So you got the Lightfoots, you got the Coleman, you got Torian Carter came back. You pulled Otis, Barnes looking good. McNeil then put on some weight. So they made sure they beefed up that middle so they can rotate guys in and out because they wanted linebackers with speed. Because last year they got beat with speed. Nakai Hill Green, they both had them thick necks, him and Bentley, but they couldn't run. So CU kind of wanted linebackers that can run a little bit.
You got to be able to run because you got to be able to cover them backs.
Got to be able to cover the backs.
And that's why linebackers ain't big as Ray Lewis no more. And Big Harrison from the Steelers because they can't cover. They can hit. You got to be able to get out there because that's what they're going to get you at. Them running backs get out there on them flats.
Yeah. And even the NFL kind of going to that model. One of the guys from the University of Texas, he got drafted 2 years ago. His name is last name Overshawn. He a wiry guy, looked like French, but he played linebacker in the NFL.
I was thinking about that earlier.
He was thin like that at Texas.
Linebackers look like DBs.
To the NFL.
DBs
he
look
played
like
for Dallas.
Yep. That was going on.
So that's just kind of what they're
got
going
big
to.
And linebackers don't got small.
Yep. So long as they get them down to the ground, I'm good. But I'm not really worried about I ain't worried about Georgia Tech, man, like how people worried. I ain't worried about it, man. I'm more worried about CU. And are they going to be clicking on all cylinders? Because we used to the offense putting up at least 30 points. Will we be able to maintain that? And can the defense, I think the defense will be much improved. I mean, because they went from 130th. Sean Livingston came in. They went to about middle of the pack, 50 to 45, somewhere around there where they finished. Now it's the offense. With the offense, the offense going to stay a high-powered offense. That's what I want to see.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, Georgia Tech ain't gonna be good as people think. I'm just gonna tell you that. But I mean, you just need this bit ready to play ball. It's a good measuring point. But they overselling Georgia Tech as they do everybody that Colorado play. But Georgia Tech is not even gonna be as good as they were last year. And they was all right last year. It's not Georgia Tech is not who y'all think. They want us to think that because they gotta hype up Coach Prime losing so they can make it seem like it's something, but Georgia Tech, once Colorado smacked them in the mouth, people be like, well, Georgia Tech really not that good. They're going to hurt them and say that.
That's what they're going to say.
All right.
So we're going
to come out on the other side, opposite side, defensive back. Over there, opposite side, DJ McKinney. You got R.J. Johnson, you got Tion Paul, and you got that number 9. I heard the defensive back interview today. He said it's down to Parks and R.J. He said he's looking for consistent.
Yeah.
I was looking today, and RJ was out there making plays.
RJ been making plays since the spring.
RJ was making plays today.
So and where RJ came from? What RJ from the SEC?
Yeah.
The SEC boys. What, he's like from Arkansas?
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas, yeah.
I mean, so it's like, all the SEC quality and the SEC player,
Yeah. I know Tuesday I said Davis, but you look at the film today, and they had R.J. Johnson out there, a lot of the first team reps. So I don't know if they want to go big, because McKinney, 6'2"? I think R.J. Johnson, 6'2". So maybe they want to go big on the outside. That could be an indication of a lot of man.
They need depth.
So
because people gonna pull hamstrings, sprain ankles, like we said last year.
Definitely.
But on times like this, don't you just make you feel bad for Hood? Just like, come on, Hood.
That was his spot, man.
That was his spot. And then then they say he was over there like 4th string over there at Tennessee at one point.
I ain't been. I'll keep it honest. I ain't been.
I seen it. Somebody talking about it on Twitter not too long ago. He was like 4th team.
Yeah, I saw him make a big play. It was probably about 2 weeks ago. They posted something. He made a big play, and they like posted it, stuff like that. It was through the algorithm, but I don't know where he had on the depth chart there. But shout out to him though. I wish him the best for sure.
And I think what's called Neely done told me Dylan Hayden, running back, gonna miss first two games. He got a broke hand.
I saw him today. Now he didn't have on no yellow jersey. He had on just his white jersey with the pants, but he ain't had them spider pads underneath it. So obviously he wasn't getting on the field. But I ain't seen nothing on his hand. So maybe he got the cast off and he just, rehabbing or whatever.
Yeah, he told me gonna miss it. He know he's gonna miss the first game, he's possibly gonna miss the second game too. But who is number 26? That boy run that ball. Now I know track off is number 20. I'm talking about the number 26.
What's his name, Greg? I know he came from Coastal Carolina. I want to say maybe Prince or Price. Price or Prince. Something with a P. I want to say
all of them run hard. I'm just gonna say that. All them boys run hard.
Hey, he's big though. This dude real big. I said, dog, he's bigger than
number 26.
Hey, number 26.
Hey, shout out to Sabrina. Yeah, shout out to Sabrina in the chat.
That's the one that did that jump over there. He jumped over that defensive back and kept running.
But he had originally came from D1, right?
It was Mississippi State. State, shout out Allergy. Yeah, Simeon Price. Yeah, shout out to Sabrina. Shout out to everybody put it in the chat. Shout out. Yeah. OFB. Yeah. Simeon Rice.
All the boys
I like track hall back there. I think they got track hall back there feeling punch too.
Yeah, you got he gonna be the secret weapon.
Yeah, that boy fast, man.
He gonna be the secret weapon, man. He gonna get a lot of all-purpose yards to CU this year. I mean, that's what he did at Incarnate Ward. He had a lot of all-purpose yards for Incarnate Ward. So that should essentially, he should bring that to CU as well.
Right.
Only thing I don't like about 26 is the one knock I got against him. He been the only running back they didn't show that put that ball on the ground. Throughout training camp, he didn't had a few. It just, he working real hard.
How many times he don't did it?
Got to prove himself, but
he don't did it how many times? Great.
I can remember about 3. I can remember
about 3 times.
I can remember about 3 throughout the how many days of training camp? 21 days they at right now, 20 days or something like that. I done seen him put on the ground about 3 times.
He's gonna be on special team then.
I think he gonna get a shot, but he gotta hold on to that ball.
I don't know why he don't know how to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, if he don't fumble 3 times, that's a lot of time, man. In spring and fall practice, bro.
Yeah, so he got to get that together. But other than that, he run hard.
That bad boy.
He run with a purpose, but he can't. Got ball control, man. Because you fumble that thing in a game when it matter, shoot, you might not see that field no more. You know how Coach Prime is.
Yeah.
You know how Coach Prime is. He might not see it no more.
Nah, you're there. It'll be next year when you see you. Next year. Yeah. It'll be next year.
Next quarter year.
The next quarter year.
You'll be in that quarter. You so will. But I like the thing, man. I know the nationwide still got Prime and Colorado at 5 games or 6 games, but they don't.
I'm taking over. I'm putting my bets in. I'm taking over, man. So that should be an easy.
All right, chat. Talk to me, chat, before we end this thing. How many games Coach Prime and the Colorado football team will win this year? They played 12 games. How many games you think they're gonna win? But y'all like the offensive line?
Yeah, I mean, I like what I'm seeing from the offensive line, man. Coach Prime been riding them hard because uh he know it mean a lot, man. He know that offensive line has to be on point this year. The emphasis has been O-line and D-line, heavy in the portal. They attacked it hard. Look, you got 3 coaches in that room. So I like what I see from the offensive line. I like the fight that they got in them. So I think they're gonna be all right, man. I just want them to establish an identity with them. Like, is Coach Prime gonna get them boys the opportunity to punch people in the mouth coming off the line? Because they didn't get a chance to do that last year.
They
So
absolutely
hopefully
gonna
they
do
get
that.
that chance.
I mean, Shedeur gone. They made that clear. I don't think they lie. I mean, because they know that the quarterback ain't gonna be throwing 70% like that. So they definitely gonna be running that ball. And plus, they got some animals on that left side. They got 2 pros on the left side. They mauling people over there. You put together, that duo there, they gonna be tearing them up over there. Ain't too many teams gonna be able to go up against them 2 pros right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It is,
Yeah,
man.
I see a lot of 11s and 12s in the chat. 11, 12. I see a few 10s, a few 9s.
I'm with 10 and 2, man.
I mean, I feel like if you put Trackhawk behind Jordan Seaton over there and Xavier Hill, he finna run. They finna run.
You see Jordan Seaton in that video where he ran? I think Trackhawk was behind him.
Yeah, he pulling
He
and
just
everything.
ran all the way down. Coach Prime said, boy, look like I dog, Jordan. Look like I need to give you the ball.
Yeah.
Hey, top 5-ish. Look, top 5-ish in that NFL draft.
I've been seeing them linemen, but they is moving. When them boys be pulling and going upfield, I'm like, they don't look like linemen, man. They run real good. They some athletic linemen.
So Swayze get that work on them, boy.
And they ain't just about the first team. I ain't even just about the first team. They pulling. We weren't pulling linemen last year.
Nah. I think I seen them once.
Trap blocks. We couldn't even barely get to them. Them boys pulling and running all upfield.
Yeah.
You know they finna run the ball.
Yep. You're right. Yeah,
I'm not giving my record prediction because I remember I gave a record prediction last year with B. Watts. And boy, he held it over my head all year.
Anything that come out y'all mouth, I'm going to hold on you. I watch my show free time. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I gotta find something on Greg so I can remind him. Hey, that ain't what you said, big dog. That ain't what you said, big dog.
Hear me out all
that ain't
season.
what you said, big dog.
I agree with JR, and he said they only gonna win 7 games. I was like, whoa.
All that talk, trying to kick the ball, cannon down the road. All that talk. You don't hear him talking no more.
So I'm holding my prediction until
Thursday
before the Friday game.
B-Watts. Hey, JR was a little contaminated before he got with us. He was playing with the dark side. He was playing with the dark side. He was hanging out in them other rooms. He was over there.
I know it.
Look, man,
I said I'm gonna bring him on and clean him up, and he's gonna be all right.
The most unfamous quote you'll ever hear an American leader say, it's good people on both sides, man. And I believe that, man. Good people on both sides, man. So.
I told JR military.
But not for every occasion, y'all. Not for every occasion, but
he's military guy. He gotta say that. He good folk though. I rock with. He my dog, man. He my dog. All right. Y'all know the drill. It's up there. Talk to him, Greg.
Y'all, I gotta get some information to y'all. I'm gonna put it in the you see that phone number that's 770-273-9673. I want y'all to text.
Time. Dang, how we doing, big dog? Tell them what it's about. JR supposed to do what?
Who?
Look, man, estate planning services, man. Secure your legacy, safeguard your future. All right. Secure your legacy, safeguard your future. Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. So you want to make sure before you leave this physical earth that you start to really take serious putting your affairs in order. All right. And if you want some information about that, few of the services that's provided, look, you got customized planning solutions, all right, assist in protection and preservation. And then you got peace of mind and family harmony when we're talking about things like a will, or we're talking about things like setting up an estate. So those are important things because it goes towards your family lineage. It goes towards a legacy. And I take that very serious. Look, I've been through a few things in the military, but the one thing I took serious every single time was if I'm leaving this house and I'm going to a country that's unbeknownst to me, I need to make sure I got my affairs in order the right way. All right, military harps really hard on that. So if you want information, 770-273-9673. Shout out to Greg. Set it forward. And look, this important. We heard Coach Prime talk about it, that for as long as he's been involved in all of the surgeries prior, before, and everything like that, he said the biggest thing is when he had to put that wheel together and what was going to be left behind. Because you hear the horror stories, I'm sure everybody in the panel, and I'm sure people in the chat have heard the horror stories about probate, right? How you got to deal with the city, right? So we want to make sure we're taking care of our family the right way. And life insurance is important, and planning is important. So I'll let them. Again, that number 770-273-9673. Shout out Greg Said It for the information.
All right, Greg, put your last spin on. We're going to end this time.
I want y'all to text estate to that number. Estate, we'll make sure you get information. Got a special webinar on trust, on the value of trust coming up September the 2nd. So that's what, in a few weeks, couple weeks. It don't cost you nothing, but go ahead and get you a seat. It's going to be a lot of good information for people who want to learn more about it. Text estate, ESTATE. To that number, 770-273-9673, and make sure y'all get a seat, front row seat.
All right, before next Thursday, send me the information so I can have it on the screen running back at the bottom. And when when JR get his presentation, it'll be running, and then when you end your presentation, it'll be running, and that's what we'll continue to get the word out. Hey, this broadcast is brought to you by Greg Said It and Estate Planning Service. All right. Want to thank everybody. Want to thank the #1 chat. Appreciate y'all. Y'all do what you do. I'll be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. But I'm dropping another video tonight at 10:30 talking about Eric Dickerson and what he said about Shedeur Sound. Make sure you check it out. Give your last word, JR, and Greg Said It. We out of here. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, brother. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, hey, B.Y., salute to you, family, man. Always, man. B.Y.'s a good dude, y'all. He a good dude. And hey, salute to you for curating the spot, man, putting us brothers together on the panel, man, so we can just chop it up, talk sports, man. And shout out to Greg, man. Greg. Shout out to you, man. There's some special things coming up for you, brother. Shout out to you, man, for sure.
Yep. Y'all, I think I should be on time this week, maybe the next couple of weeks. So we'll have live on Sunday.
Man, won't you just go back to 12:30, bro?
Well, I try to go with the Lord first of all. Now, I try to go to church like JR. So I mean, I try now. So, I had to push it back a little bit, but stuff be coming up. But yeah, we get to it around about 2:00. That's the time, right? 2:00. But it won't be 2:00 this week. I'm gonna tell you that now. So it probably more like 3:30. Y'all just keep vibe, because I do got something to do on this Sunday too. But yeah, it should be.
Boy, I tell you, man.
The Sundays be rough, man. The Sundays be rough. I get it in though. I get it in.
Next Sunday is gonna be 5 o'clock.
Won't you do another day? I'll be looking for them when I come out of church. I said, man, this ain't
I added church into the schedule. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you need to do that. I won't want you to take that away. You need to go to church.
I got time. Y'all
you got some demons in you, something.
No, I don't got no demons. I get the demons out.
Yeah. I love CC. I love CC said, Coach Prime got some draws to play.
Coach Prime draws.
I love CC. He put in the chat and said, I love CC said, Coach Prime got some draws. Got some nice draws.
You got some draws.
Hey.
But Coach Prime said, I'm gonna get you from the top of the head down to the
Oh boy,
toes, man.
that big jiggle me, man. She put that shit down in the chat. Y'all missing. I was looking at why Greg cutting up.
I
I
ain't
said,
see it.
I love CC crazy, man. She said, Coach Ryan got some draws. Man, I just had got through what's it, me and my daughter she came home for the weekend. We just went out to eat and I got my car washed. I turned on Instagram, the first thing I seen, Coach Prime laying out some draws for sale. I said, what the hell?
Oh, I got one more thing. I'm not gonna say the person name because I don't know if they want me to say their name across the airways of YouTube. But I'll just say Miss D. You know who you are. Shout out to you for the Cash App. Salute to you. I got it. Thank you. But I won't put your name out there because I don't know if you want me to put your name on the airwaves like that. But I receive it. I thank you for the blessing. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Miss
Good
D.
thing. Yeah, I gotta say, I just got one from Miss Dana. Dana McGuire. Appreciate you on that.
B. Watson said the name, but
oh, that same one too.
yeah, I work up because I don't know. I don't know if people want the name.
Yeah, no. They tell me that somebody told me I think it was Wednesday night when I was by myself. She sent me a good one. And she said, please don't call my name. Please don't call my name. So I don't call the name, Some folks out there trying to recognize just to let them know how much I appreciate it because they ain't have to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's right. I appreciate it. I received a blessing. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Until next Thursday, man. Greg, don't forget to send me that information, but at least try to send them. I'll remind Wednesday so we can get that traffic on.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk to you about it because I don't know if you gonna want to promote it.
Yeah, man. Me and JR promote. JR that promote.
No, I'm talking about that now. That now I'm gonna tell you something. That webinar gonna be you gonna change your showtime that night so you can be there.
No, I don't do that.
See.
I'm for the plan, boy. I gotta be on that.
Locked in.
I'm locked in. That's my job right now.
Shout out Miss D. Shout out Miss D in the chat. She said that's for me. She don't care if you say her name. Shout out Miss D.
What's she at?
She just put in the chat. Miss D. Mrs. D.
Oh, that's already there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good people. I love CC. Y'all paid my
StreamYard, huh?
They paid that StreamYard bill. Y'all paid my StreamYard bill. I appreciate it. Them $80 ain't no joke every month.
StreamYard,
but anyway, I appreciate y'all, man. I love CC said, Coach Prime got some draws for sale.
I got the draws. Shout out to Tommy, man, from Martin. I got the draw. I got the draw.
Hey, y'all was missing. See, Greg was on the road. I said, let me look at the chat and see what they laughing at Greg or not. Boy, she put it up there. I said, Lord, man, ain't got them diddy draws. She said,
hey, come on, man. That's the diddy draw.
Boy, I got the number one chat on YouTube, boy. Hey, I went to the store, man. They said, my guy that I went to the store. No, I didn't go to the store. I went to the restaurant where we used to go eat on my lunch break, right? So I know the guys gonna walk in who I used to work with, right?
Yeah.
They said, what? Yeah. But they said, but no, who on tonight? Who on tonight? I said, you already know, man. Y'all know I got JR and Greg. Man, we don't want to see it. We ain't ladies night, nigga. We don't want to see y'all ladies, nigga. Boy, I'm just crazy, man.
You got a ladies night? You got you a ladies
night with Miss Phillips and Diane, Miss Diane Brown. I love CC. But they took me, man. I was just bite into my chicken with my daughter. Man, they hit that door, man. But no, what? I said, yeah, who you got on tonight? I said, man, y'all know who I got on? They probably listen now. We don't want to see y'all ugly nigga. We ain't late tonight, nigga.
Hey, shout out to the ladies, man. Shout out to the ladies. Shout out to all the ladies, man.
Hey, I said, no, they on the night. He said, man, that chat you got, boy, they be off the chain, man. Then what his name? Damn, what the name? I had his name wrote down. I was supposed to give him a shot. Tay, Zach, and RP. Zach said, Ain't it's a thing on that where y'all can block y'all face and just let them ladies go?
You
Y'all gonna see my ugly mug.
Some
Y'all
AI
gonna see
face.
my ugly mug. I'm proud of it, man.
Hey, them jokers crazy, man. Them jokers ain't got a feeling shit, man. He said, man, ain't there some players on there y'all can block y'all face and let them ladies come up there and talk. Man, nobody want to see y'all. But anyway, man, we want to appreciate everybody, man. We just having fun. Greg, we appreciate you, man. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. JR, you already know.
Somebody send me a cash app. I'm hanging in the right place, boy. I'm rubbing elbows. Somebody send me a cash app. Appreciate you, Dana.
Hey, me and JR went on our check from that estate. Yeah.
They need text me. Yeah, when they text me. But if somebody send me a cash app, I'm gonna have my, I'm gonna do my birthday live next week. So y'all have y'all cash apps ready. You know what I'm saying?
Your birthday live when?
On the 31st. My birthday gonna fall on is it a Sunday? I think it's gonna fall on a Sunday.
You gonna do it that day? That Sunday?
Yeah, I think it's on that Sunday. I always do my live on that Sunday, so I think it's gonna fall on that Sunday.
What time gonna be?
That one should start on time. Should be 2:00.
He said that was gonna start on time, y'all.
Yeah, because I ain't got nothing to do that week. I don't have nothing to do. I got stuff to do on Sundays, man.
Y'all heard him, didn't you? He said that's gonna start on time.
Well,
I'll
be in the chat for that. When you start on time, I'll be in the chat on time.
That man probably come on about 3 times a day. Sunday at 12:30. Hey, Miss Greg, what Greg get it? Oh, he doing that cash app show tonight, it's real.
Cash app Sunday.
Hey, y'all be blessed. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. You just don't know.
Do it, homie, it can't be done. It can't be done.
Right there. Him.
I've been chasing these dreams, falling down my team. I make bread while I sleep. I don't stress, I just breathe.